Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. Today is day 49 of my 50. So I'm super, well, I guess I don't know if I should say it's day 49. Maybe it's T minus 49 to my 50th birthday. So forgive me, I have a throat lozenge because I have been battling bronchitis. And so I didn't want to cough all the way through. So this was my alternative. So um, I did want to pop in though and wanted to share some thoughts with you. I announced yesterday that the power of 50 is upon us, and that for me, my 50th birthday is in now 49 days. And so I'm going to be bringing you guys a series of videos and interviews and messages, and life lessons to hopefully get you as excited about the Power of 50 book that's coming out in December, but also to invite you all to join us, the ladies especially, join the community, the Power of 50 community. Amazing women that are coming together from around the nation, around the world, to share truly their life experiences. Hey, Gio, thank you. Sharing their life experiences, sharing the obstacles that they've maybe had to overcome. And so bringing all that together in one community so that through our stories and through our life experiences, the hope is that we can give and educate the women who are coming behind us, the younger generation, as we welcome them into the circle of elders. It feels so funny saying that I'm an elder. But anyway, I digress. But then beyond that, so many of my coaching clients, I hear them say that they're struggling, they're over 50, they're over 45, and they're struggling to find their place in the world. They're trying to figure out, without being a mom, without being teen mom, homeroom mom, without being soccer mom and dance mom, without being somebody's wife and all this stuff. So we've got the empty nester syndrome going on. Sometimes we've got divorces have happened. Sometimes we have change of jobs, retirement, relocation. There's all kinds of experiences that go on. And it seems like for a lot of women, it's in that 45 to 55 age range where particularly once you're 44, turning 45, start looking back and reflecting. And I know that was the very same thing with me. Like I was 45 and I was thinking, what do I want my life to look like when I was 50? My mentor challenged me to define that, and I was clueless. And so this Power of 50 community is to help women transition through that process. And then once you get to be 50, 55, 60, 65, I just talked to my mom today. Her birthday is today. She just turned 69. And so, sharing about these experiences and these life lessons. So that's what the Power of 50 is all about. That's what these next 49 days are going to be 100% committed to, is sharing these life lessons and these stories. So to that point, as you guys come in, if you're catching it on the replay, whatever the case may be, share the video out, invite some people into the community. I will attach the links to the description so that you know how to find us, but certainly you can just simply search the Power of 50 community. That's our community page, and then you can search for the Power of 50 Womanhood and Wisdom, and that is our Facebook group. So anyone is welcome into the community. The group is really reserved for the ladies because we want to create a safe space and place for transparency and authenticity to share and seek out support if you need it. So to that, welcome to the Ultimate Power Team. My name is Marci Batiste. I am the Ultimate Power Coach, your Ultimate Power Coach, America's #1 reality-based success and recovery trainer, here to help you disrupt your toxic thoughts and self-sabotaging behaviors, create a life that you truly love to live, and I am a walking billboard that it's possible. I'm a walking testimony. It's possible. You can do it if you put in the work, if you're intentional about it, you're strategic about it, you get systems in place, and you find the support. And so I want to help you create that support by inviting you into the Power of 50 community. So my message today is we ain't the same. You're going to start seeing me hashtagging that. We ain't the same is really symbolic of, I was thinking about how do I feel approaching 50 versus how I felt for the first 49 years. And I just feel like things are different. I feel like once you turn and start to turn 50, like we just ain't the same anymore. Things aren't the same. We don't respond the same. We don't react the same. We don't do a lot of the same things that moved us no longer move us in many cases. The things that pissed us off, we're able to just, it's a minor annoyance versus something that would have taken you over the top. We've learned to, we've learned to stop owning, in many cases, other people's bad behavior, their choices, their decisions. We just ain't the same. And I think that for a lot of people, it's hard to understand. So if you're somebody who's been around someone for a really long time and they're approaching this new dimension of 50-ish, and you sense something's different. You sense that there's a change. You sense that maybe the relationship shifts a little bit. Maybe their conversation shifts a little bit. It's because we ain't the same. We ain't the same. And, from a standpoint of even some of the relationships and some of the friendships that we have had, I know sometimes you look and all of a sudden people who were there are no longer there. And you start building this community of new people around you with a new level of understanding. And so this whole Power of 50, I know for me anyway, one of my drivers for creating the Power of 50 community was to really give voice to these women as we begin to go through all of these different changes. I was talking to another friend of mine the other day, and we were having dinner, and she had had a hysterectomy a few years back, and she was talking to me about hot flashes and this kind of stuff, and I'm like, it got me thinking. I don't know anything about menopause. I have no clue. Like, I'm so clueless. And when I tell you guys I don't feel 50 and I don't really know what 50 is supposed to feel like, but I just feel like I should be like waking up with sweats and all these other stuff. And there's these horror stories that you hear. And so she, I was asking her some questions about that. And it's like, those are the kinds of things. And sometimes it's literally simple, everyday, easy peasy stuff, but we just don't talk about it. We brush it under the rug, and nobody wants to discuss what's going on. Nobody wants to discuss what their experience is like. And I'm truly blessed to be able to have a community of women around me who are willing to say, you know what, girl, let me tell you, come here, sis, let me holler at you for a second. Let me tell you how this goes. Let me tell you what my experience was like. And understanding, here's the beauty of it, because it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. But we ain't the same as we used to be. Our bodies don't function the same. I don't lose weight the same. I don't do anything that I used to do the same. And that's tough sometimes. It's tough when there were things that at one point in your life you could just do and you didn't have to think about it. It was just on and popping and you were good and everything was gravy. And then now you go to do some of the same things and you're like, damn, like, what happened? We ain't the same. We ain't the same. And for relationships with friends and things like that, like I said, sometimes you just find that, particularly if you have a lot of younger friends, like the things they want to do they don't excite you. Like, I know that's the case for me sometimes. Like, hey, you want to go here? You want to go? No, I'm working. Like, I I love my business. I love my clients. I love writing. I love creating. And so for me, that's what I enjoy doing. That's not something that's going to be appealing to make me the go-to friend for kicking it. Like, but that's because I'm not the same as I used to be. So people who knew me in that environment. Now, don't get me wrong. I still have my moments where I want to, throw on the high heels and throw on the dress and head out and act up for a few hours. But for the most part, this one doesn't move me anymore. Like, it literally doesn't move me. And that can be hard. But it's a transition. And again, something nobody talks about. And that's what this Power of 50 is all about. It is about just discussing and putting on the table, putting out into the open what's really going on, what's really good. Like, what's your experience? How are you feeling? What are you going through? That's what it's all about. But we have to give a safe space to do that. And so, like I said, I shared with you guys yesterday, the Power 50 book is coming out December 11th. It's going to be flipping amazing. I talked to my marketing creative designer today. We had our first call, and she's super excited to be a part of the project. So we're laying out a whole PR plan and everything for it. So it's going to really, truly be, when we talk about building that legacy. And I guess, that's the final piece of it, is that when you get to be 50, approaching 50, you start looking at, what's my contribution? What have I brought? What have I created? What have I contributed to the universe? And I wanted something tangible for my daughters to be able to say, nah, this is my mama. Well, this is what she stood for. Be able to pull out my books and say, this is what she got going on. She was an author, she was a speaker, she was a coach, she was an advocate for domestic violence, education, and awareness. Like, I want them to know my story. I want them to know my truth. And I want them to know what to expect. My oldest daughter's 28. I want her to know, what do you expect going from 28 and single on into once she decides to find a relationship and settle down? What does that look like? I want to give her the tools, and women like her the tools, to navigate in those new spaces, to navigate, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Is what I'm feeling normal? Should I be feeling this way? Should I be thinking this way? Am I crazy? Is it just me? Is there something wrong with my relationship? Is there something? I want to give them a place where they can go and get those answers. I want to shorten that learning curve for her and other women like her. My youngest daughter, she's 25. Even there, between 25 and 28, there's life lessons. My 28-year-old knows things that my 25-year-old doesn't have a clue about. So in all of these different phases and stages, there are these life lessons, there are these experiences. And so the ability to bring together a community of women and create a full-fledged movement to support one another. How amazing is that? That's absolutely amazing. So that's what this is all about. That's what Power 50 is all about. So when you start seeing me hashtag we ain't the same, you'll know, like, yeah, she's on something totally different. The things that people used to be able to get you with, they can't get you with that anymore, because you ain't the same. What used to move me don't move me no more. I'm moved by a whole new set of circumstances. I'm moved by a whole new set of priorities. So we ain't the same. So be on the lookout for the hashtag we ain't the same. Y'all know what that means. Watch for Power 50. Make sure you go join the Power 50 community. That's our public page. It's open to everyone. And then the Power of 50 Womanhood and Wisdom is our group strictly for the ladies. That's our safe space. That's home base. That's where we talk about juicy stuff. Okay. So That's my message for today, guys. Welcome to T49 and counting. We are geared up for an amazing, amazing 49 days. And I'm super excited and I'm glad you're here. So as always, thanks for being part of the Ultimate Power Team. Thanks for living life on Mars with me, hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you all tomorrow on T-48. All right, have a good night.